Yo, what is up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another episode of Halloween Trap.
Yeah,
With Juan, special guest.
we're back, man.
Yet again.
Yes, sir.
I feel like we said we're back this year.
every time. Shit.
Like how many times? All the
Damn.
times.
We're busy, man. We're busy.
All the times. But I brought my Halloween flag, as you can see.
Yeah, dude, you
This
killed
is
it.
new, the fucking wolf thing, special. Oh, and then we have the Terrifier.
Oh, I was wondering if you got that one, man. Oh no, you unboxed it, right?
Yeah, we unboxed it on Instagram. It was like a special for us with Dr. Porn. I'm wearing my Power Drill Massacre hat from Puppet Combo. Oh yeah, the Creep Show shirt, right?
Creep show, gotta love it. You gotta love it, man.
I'm wearing my Metro. I was worried. I was like, he's gonna bring the knife. We're gonna look the same.
I know, dude. That almost happened, man. You gotta be careful.
But we have a new intro. I have 3 new intros. But yeah, I went on Fiverr and just hooked up with some people.
You did a great job, man. You did a great job.
I mean, I don't think they're like that intricate, but it does the job.
That's the job.
You know? So unfortunately, I had lost a bunch of the stuff, but since I lost all the shit, I thought, you know what? We need some new shit since I don't wear the mask anymore and everything.
Gotta.
We kind of have to get rid of the masks part of it. So,
Yes.
so there you go. I'm gonna crack open my
Back it, man.
Mountain Dew.
Cheers.
But today,
We're
cheers,
back,
babe.
man. We're back.
Today we're doing a review of a movie that came out in 1980, some shit. What was it, 83, 86?
No, arcade?
It was 1990?
90, yeah. It was the same year as Jurassic Park, from what I saw.
It was 1990 something.
Yeah.
6? 8? No, it can't be 8.
93.
Okay,
It was
1993 makes sense to me.
Yeah. Let me get my notes.
I was like, it looks 80, but no, you're right because they had
yeah.
the CGI kind of.
Yeah, there's a part that makes it pretty obvious that it's like
Nice.
around the 90s.
Well, that is Seth Green.
Yeah, Seth Green, man.
But okay, so it's the movie Arcade. Just a little bit of background on this movie before. I hadn't seen it probably in more than 20 years. Probably more.
But you had seen it before.
Probably like 30 years. Yeah, with my dad. Well, because my dad bought all the Full Moon movies for the video store.
Yeah.
I don't know if he bought all of them, let's say, but we got all the promotional VHSs.
See,
So we at home, we're like a Full Moon.
your Full Moon family.
A Full Moon family. Well, it's just my brother and me, because I don't think my dad ever saw any of them. But he gave the tapes to us, and I remember having all the tapes, and they all said, you know, the promotional copies, don't reproduce, whatever.
Yeah.
So, oh shit, happy Halloween, guys.
Happy Halloween.
Month. We'll have a Halloween special. But yeah, so I remember, you know, watching this movie with my brother. We had the poster. I used to love the poster because of the VR kind of thing that it has, which doesn't come out in the movie.
Oh, the poster? It doesn't?
Well, no, they don't have the glasses.
Yeah.
They don't use no glasses. They don't have any glasses. But,
Such
you
a
know,
weird
they
part.
always used to do that. I think that they always used to kind of work. The artist for the poster used to do the poster without
Yeah, they had to.
watching the movie.
Yeah.
The most famous one is the Dream Warriors one. How like there's a punk and shit, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Where's the punk in the
Where's
movie?"
the
There's
punk?
no
Yeah.
fucking punk.
I always thought they edited them out or something, but no, they didn't even do it. I think.
No, it's because they just told the artist like, "We need this poster," and you have all this time, and we're all right. And they need the poster, I think, beforehand so they can promote.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arcade made no sense. But I remember that we watched the fucking preview because at the end of the Full Moon, they would show behind the scenes. They would show It was kind of like a catalog so that you could order the fucking monitos and shit.
Oh.
So you could order the Puppet Master stuff, the Doll
Toys
Man.
and all that. Yeah.
You can order like I think it was shit. It was meant to be shit to put in your video store so that you could sell it.
Oh, like promotional.
Or to have, the promotional, but it always had at the end of it, I'm gonna look for one.
Man, that's badass.
But it used to have that, and then at the beginning, almost like in the movies, it had so many fucking trailers, which DVDs don't do that anymore. They used to do it at the beginning,
Yeah.
but they had trailers, man.
That was the best.
And VHS had trailers like if you were in the movies.
1, 2, 3.
Well, in Full Moon, they were all Full Moon trailers.
Uh-huh.
So me and my brother were like, I want to watch The Pit and the Pendulum, I think, Trancers, Doll Man. What was the one with the fucking people that made it out of fucking grass and shit? forgot what's it called, dude. They're like, they look like Swamp Thing, but it's a bunch of them. I fucking forgot the name of the movie. But they're all full moon. Of course, they have Puppet Master, Demonic Toys. It had a bunch. We used to love the actor that made it as Transfers and Bowman. He was a badass. I fucking forgot his name too, but he had like the gray hair. He kind of looked like Leslie Nielsen. He was the younger, but he was badass.
We'll be right back. Goosebumps. Terror in the graveyard game. Goosebumps. Get through the graveyard alive or be changed into a monster. Goosebumps. Terror in the graveyard game. Collect bells. Avoid hidden traps. Find the magic ring. Defeat the headless ghost.
I win!
Goosebumps. Terror in the graveyard game.
At Dante's Inferno, the ultimate video game has come to life.
This is arcade, and it's all done in virtual reality. It's so real, you'll actually think that you're in the game board.
I am arcade. If you want to play games, you picked the wrong machine.
You gotta try this thing.
And all you need to play are 2 quarters and your soul.
I think the game is alive somehow.
If you won't play the game by my rules, then I'll play in your world.
Now, 2 teenagers will play for their lives.
Kiss reality goodbye forever.
And enter an electronic world where virtual reality has become flesh and blood.
Congratulations, Alex. You've almost made it to the final level.
Arcade. Kiss reality goodbye.
Now back to our show.
And then arcade, well, it was huge because, I mean, of the fucking video game, of course.
Yeah.
And at this point in time, what comes out of this movie is like state of the art. I would say it's not real.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
It does not. No.
But when I was a kid, I used to love this movie. Now as a grown adult,
Dude.
oh, I bought it. I don't know where I left it.
Oh, you did get it. On
I
DVD?
bought it on Walmart. Yeah, it's only on DVD. They don't have it on Blu-ray.
Oh, Blu-ray.
But I bought it and I was like, I want to watch it and shit. And then I didn't watch it, so I waited for when we were gonna record this. So I was like, I'll watch it. I was gonna watch it because you were coming yesterday, but I was gonna watch it like in the morning. But since you told me like no, I was like, all right, I'll just watch it a little later. No, not today, but a little later. And then I watched it, and I was like, damn, this movie's shitty.
Yeah, dude. But I get you loving it back then, dude, because that's how I felt. I was like, I'm gonna be in that mental state of like back then, and watching this stuff. Like I was like, shit, dude.
It's
this
because
is
you know
a
what the
solid
perfect,
movie, man.
what the perfect comparison to this is. This is a Goosebumps episode.
Yeah, I can see that. That's so true, dude.
This is like a long Goosebumps episode.
Yeah.
Because there's no gore.
Yeah.
It's for kids.
It's a kid movie.
I think
man.
this is a full moon movie for kids.
It's a trip, dude.
I'm not even. Can you look it up? Can you look up what the rating on it is? I'm pretty sure it has to be PG, man.
Oh, it's definitely.
Because there's
definitely
no
PG.
fucking.
There's
no gore.
Yeah.
Do kids die? I feel like
No.
they don't die.
They don't die. No, because they bring them all back to life at the end.
But they don't really like it's not. You just see them disappear.
Let's see.
Or kind of have a seizure. There's this one moment where the dude ass is she breathing? And she doesn't answer.
Right.
So I wasn't even sure. Like,
yeah, sure.
I was like, so did she die or not?
It is. Oh, rated R. Shit. Rated R.
Rated
dude.
R.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's no fucking sex scenes.
Nothing, dude.
There's no kissing.
There's cussing, maybe.
Is there?
I think there's some bad words. If I remember correctly.
They should just fucking get the cussing out of it. Cause
Oh,
I didn't even,
yeah, there is, dude.
I didn't even
There
notice
is.
that shit.
Well,
Oh, the bitch.
Bitch, twice.
Fucking the Freddy Krueger
He
lines.
says exactly like him, man. Shit.
I think they were trying to capitalize on that shit.
They were, man, for
Because
sure.
he says, I
Nice,
got you, bitch!
bitch.
And then at the end, too, you're gonna die, bitch!
That's why, dude. That's
That's
why
so
it's rated
stupid.
R.
That's-
I don't see any other reason it should be rated R.
They could have gotten,
I think there's some blood. Like back then, blood
they
was
could have
kinda-
gotten away with a PG, man.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't think they even censor bitch, the word bitch on TV anymore.
No more. no. They don't, man.
What the fuck,
Nah,
dude?
but honestly, what a good recommendation, man. I've never seen it. It was like, I sat there and I was like, yeah, it was pretty
Okay, so
solid,
let's
man.
get into the movie.
Let's get into
We're
it,
only
man.
talking like a little bit here and there. Well, this movie starts fucking Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Yeah, Ralphie's in it. I kept looking at it. I was like, I recognize that guy.
It starts Joe's girlfriend from Joe's apartment.
Joe's apartment, dude. Yeah.
Oh, and Encino Man.
And Encino Man.
She's the girl from Encino Man.
Pretty girl,
She's
man.
fucking pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know, as a kid, I was like, hey, she's familiar. But I remember that in Joe's apartment, I was like, I love her.
Oh, yeah. Pretty girl.
I was in love with fucking, what's his name? With Joe, man. America's sweetheart.
That's the man, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
What's his name?
You told me last
O'Connell?
time. We did it on one of these.
Was it Jerry O'Connell or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Jerry O'Connell. Yeah,
It comes out in Piranha 3 Double D and Piranha 3D, where he's like playing the Girls Gone Wild fucking guy.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
the
Yeah,
fucking
man.
piranha eats his dick.
Yeah, he's funny, man. He's a good dude. He's a good
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Stand
but-
by me and everything, man. He's
Yeah,
a
for
good,
sure.
solid guy, man.
But yeah, it stars them. Seth Green.
Seth Green.
He's a cameo.
He's kind of in the background.
He just comes out at the beginning for a little bit, and then in the middle, and then we never see him again, right?
And then he's in the actual the world, the cyber world. And
Which
he's like,
which I think the world looks fine for that time.
it did, man.
Their fucking costumes though.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
shitty, man.
dude, the black leotard shit
With the helmet.
shit. They try.
I
did
just
they
wish they
do-
would have put like some Tron shit or
Well, why
something.
couldn't they just be like how they were dressed?
Regular?
That's what I thought. I was like,
Well,
why
maybe-
maybe like that. Maybe it was for the effects with the
Maybe
green
you
screen
need to like separate, the video game
and the
person and the normal person.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why does it just have to be a black?
black with the weird helmet, man. And if you watch the movie, you'll see, man. It's
You know
a
what
weird
would have been
outfit.
cool if like they would have like full on fucking costumes, dude, like Power Ranger costumes and
Oh,
shit.
for every level.
Like you
that
can't
they
even
go
see their
to.
fucking face and shit.
Yeah, that would have been good, man.
Mm.
But yeah, it's like,
It would have been cool if it was just their voices,
yeah.
but like the people that they're inside of the game, they're like buff.
Now, like what's it
Well, when you're playing a video game, you're
Jumanji.
not you.
like Jumanji, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not you. You have your avatar.
You made it cool.
But I guess this was new.
It
back
was.
in those
I
days.
mean, honestly, like I kept thinking like reboot. Like reboot the show. Remember reboot?
Yeah, but I think
The
reboot
cartoon?
is like way better.
Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah,
I have all the action figures. My brother gave them to me for like maybe like 10 years ago. Not that long ago.
Yeah.
But he gave me all of them.
All of the reboot.
The original ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people told me reboot.
Well, I bet you reboot was after this because this kind of it looked like the
Reboot
beginning
was the
of the
90s,
CGI
but it was
stuff.
like 90, probably like 97, 98 or some
Yeah,
shit like that.
reboot was solid, man.
It came out when the Power Rangers were around.
Yeah.
And Beetleborgs and Big Bad Beetleborg. And what was the other one? The VR Troopers.
VR Troopers, man. All that.
But so this movie starts out with like same old fucking story, kids have bullies.
The girl, right? She's like talking to the counselor. It's really fucking. There's a lot of smoke in this movie. It's weird to me. And I wanted to ask
There's
you,
a lot of
as
like
a
colors
color-
like this.
yeah, different colors. So I don't know. I'll talk about it.
It looks
at
like
the end.
Goosebumps.
It does. It looks like a creepy.
It really just looks like a Goosebump or like Are You Afraid in the Dark episode.
It has to me, it definitely has like the Freddy Krueger vibe. Just like it's grimy and shit. It's like.
But I feel
weird.
like Freddy Krueger has some like clean parts where like you feel happy.
That's true. That's true. And this one just feels. Ugh.
It's just like dread the whole way through. Like, because we'll talk about it. Even at the end, like, apparently, you know, maybe there was gonna be a part 2 or something.
See, that's what I want to talk about at the
But
end.
so. Yeah, they're bullying the fucking kid or whatever. It's that green, right?
Yeah.
Is that green that they're bullying?
I think so. It's that because he sees that bully again at the arcade.
But he kind of goes like, whatever, like, you're a nerd too. Like, what are you doing here at the arcade?
Yeah, what do you?
Like, what are you talking to me about? You're a fucking nerd too.
Jackass.
But I think this movie too. I'll talk about it, but it had a fucking message that is stupid. But I really do think that it did have a message.
It did. I mean,
I think they were trying to say like for kids to like not play so much video games.
Yes, exactly. I was like, this is fucking some church somewhere gave money to this movie.
It's
like,
so
don't play
stupid.
games, don't get too involved.
The devil.
They're the devil of the game. Yeah, did your mom ever tell you like, hey, they're being cheated? Yeah,
Nah, my mom let me fucking play games. Well, I mean, for
cool.
like a few hours, but she would be like, read.
Don't get upset.
If you read a book for like 2 hours, you can play for 2 hours.
Oh, that's smart. Good
So,
mom, man. That's a good
I would
mom.
fucking read like parts of it and just memorize some parts. And then I would just say, oh yeah, and then this happened, and then this happened.
There it is,
And
mom.
she would be like, okay.
Those what I-
You can play now.
But yeah, definitely, it feels like that, like a those old warning.
Yeah, it's a
to
P-
kids.
PSA.
Yeah, PSA. There you go, man. Where it's like, don't play too many video games, but we didn't listen.
We should just put at the end of the trailer, the tin, 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 tin. The more you know.
That's right.
But so yeah, it starts out like that.
Yeah, the kids are in like a fucking parking lot talking. And
Apparently the fucking guy that like the CEO of the fucking video game is there at the arcade for whatever reason.
why was he so invested? It's a trip, man. He's a trippy guy. He's the guy from Star Trek, Q. I don't know if you ever watched Next Generation. Star Trek?
No, but
Yeah.
I think I recognize this.
Yeah,
face.
he's in a lot of stuff.
And then
He's a good actor.
so this guy, he's like, oh, so you guys like video games? It's like a fucking adult with a bunch of little kids. He's like, well, I got this game arcade, which is so stupid of a name. I wish the movie could be called Arcade because it's an arcade game. But they could have changed the name of the fucking video game.
I wonder why they called it that, man. It was like there's got to be some reason.
And you
to-
could have said like, oh, it's a prototype name. But no, when the guy pulls out the schematics, it says Arcade.
Arcade. It says it right there.
And it has the font of the movie and shit.
Yeah. It's a trip, man. It's
So
a
he
trip.
has like this booth.
It's a big booth.
Kind of like those fucking shooting arcade ones
Uh-huh.
where you sit down.
Sit down in there, and then he put on the gloves.
But for whatever reason, too, it closes.
Oh yeah.
Why?
It's in there.
I don't fucking have any idea why.
It's a trip, this movie, because the whole time I'm thinking like there's like a
The gloves have like wires sticking out of
they're
it.
sticking out. You see them. But it's like there's a satanic feel to it, but it doesn't end up being that. It's kind of weird. Like it's the even the arcade's called Dante's Inferno. So I thought like, oh, that must be tied to it, because that's the first time I watched this.
Well, it's probably called that because it's talking about, you know,
All the levels. You're right. The levels of hell.
well, and not
Dante's
only is
Inferno.
the levels of hell, but you know how like gluttony or whatever, it's like
Yeah.
you being obsessed with eating a lot. So this is like being obsessed with a
games. That's a
with a
good
game.
one. That's a good point. Yeah. All
It's-
the levels of hell, and the game has 7 levels, but I think
It's not that deep.
It's like,
It
don't
really isn't. Don't.
watch it first.
I think we
We're
we
going
might
too
even
deep.
be adding to the
Well, that's why,
deepness.
but it did. It tripped me out because I watched the whole movie and I was like, oh, it wasn't about like Satan or anything like that. It was kind of like, well, we'll talk about it.
Well, that's what I mean. So they put one of the kids. I forgot his name. They said his name a lot at the beginning because he's a boyfriend
The boyfriend of the girl, the
of
pretty
the
looking
girl,
girl.
of Joe's girlfriend. I don't know. I forgot his name, whatever. But like, then the guy is like, well, oh no, Nick plays it first, which Nick is Ralphie.
Yeah, Ralphie.
I'm just gonna call him Ralphie.
because he's like the best gamer or something. That's what I kind of understood.
Which is super weird that they use this little pudgy guy as the main. He's not the girl's the main character, but as the like, you know, kind of like the secondary character.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, well, I did some research, and apparently there was some issues with Disney or something with Tron. So they thought like, oh, it can't do too much of this and stuff like that. So they reshot a lot of it, and a lot of the Ralphie scenes. This dude,
They put him in.
they took out a lot of his scenes.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know why, but that's what happened. What ended up happening.
Well, it's a fucking full moon movie. This didn't even come out in theaters.
We'll be right back.
Kids, come meet your new sitter.
Looks like a good time to check out Burger King.
Yeah! Nice costume. I'm so scared.
Universal Studios monsters are on the loose. You can get one toy and glow-in-the-dark sticker inside every Kids Club meal at Burger King.
Wow, really nice costume.
Burger King Kids Club. Great food, cool stuff, kids only.
After years of experiments, Andre Toulon has created puppets that want to play with you. Full Moon introduces the Puppet Master Action Figure Series. 8 dolls that come alive with movable parts and accessories to spare. Blade can strike with a hatchet or a knife and see with eyes that glow in the dark. When his friend Pinhead lifts these dumbbells, he can really blow his top. 6-shooter always has you in his sights with 6 pistol-packing arms. Jester leads the puppet parade with his scepter, knife, and a revolving head that will wipe the smile off your face. If Tunneler's movable drill doesn't get you, then his machine gun and pickaxe will. Leech Woman has a kiss to die for and plenty of slimy friends to grow around. The action heats up with Torch's glowing flamethrower. And watching over this madness is the Totem and his power gem. The new line of Puppet Master action figures are now stocking your toy and specialty stores. For more information, log on to the Full Moon Toys website at fullmoontoys.com.
Now back to our show.
Help!
This was it was a video release. Full Moon was video release from the beginning.
Straight. Oh, you're right.
They were straight to video.
Yeah.
So
It'd be cool to see.
It's so fucking. I mean, but they need to clean it up, man. It looks like shit.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to watch it, it's on Tubi.
It's Tubi.
And then the DVD looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I have the DVD. But
Oh man, how about the fucking soundtrack, dude?
I'll talk about it later.
Oh, you'll talk about it. I was like,
But I was like, okay, the movie, like this is happening. He kind of plays the game. It's like a labyrinth kind of thing. But the thing is,
on a skateboard.
they showed. I hate this about movies. They showed the fucking kid like, with the controller. I'm gonna do it like with the controller, but being like.
Yeah.
And then in the video game, he's not even moving.
He's just going with this fucking.
He's not even
around
moving.
shit, yeah.
He's just like standing around, looking around, but he's like fucking too much, man.
The director's like, hey, pretend you're playing a game.
They shouldn't do that shit. Like, if you want to pretend, maybe just like go to the front or
Bad
something.
look, yeah.
Not like just press button a lo loco.
Calmado, you're.
Oh, I have an actual controller somewhere in here, no? I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's over there. It's the Xbox controller. So let's show
pretend
proper for play. They should just like move this, like maybe like one of them to the top, or this one, and then just like press a button every now and then, or the trigger, just press it every now and then, maybe. Not go like this.
I think that's what actors do that haven't played games. Dude.
Remember that they showed what's his name, Seth Rogen, like playing like this or some shit. And everybody's like, yeah, fucking that's the way I play.
Oh, that's right.
Whatever, I don't know. Who cares?
But yeah, the actors kind of don't
Just
get
be
it.
fucking normal,
Yeah, they had to pretend what they were doing, and they didn't do a good job, man.
I always hate it when they have to. I hate driving and because the driving.
Turning and shit, and they're going straight.
And then they're like this, talking to the person. And you're
That's the director, man.
Pay attention to the fucking road, motherfucker.
Pay attention, motherfucker.
Like if I was and I would catch one of my actors going like this too much, In the edit, I would put like
Agreed.
like fucking people are
change
like,
it up.
God damn it! Get out of the world, stupid lady.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Anyway,
Yeah, so they're there. He's in there. He does a good job, right? He kind of does pretty solid.
Well,
apparently, but they don't.
I mean, he dies.
Not yet.
No, well,
Not
he
at
doesn't
that
die, but like he doesn't beat the game.
Right. He doesn't.
The screamer comes out.
And he's
apparently this is like an AI.
Gotta press the button to escape.
But the AI is like getting smarter.
Yeah.
So it's getting to know these people for whatever reason. Even though the arcade is closed,
it's closed.
It hears the kids outside.
It's still
because it learns the fucking names of the kids.
It's taking them all in. Man.
And apparently too, this AI is the same AI in all of the arcades.
Right. It's the same.
Doesn't make fucking sense to me.
They programmed it to be that AI.
I think it would have been scarier if it was personalized to each and every kid. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
it's adaptive.
It would play on the fears of each kid.
Yeah.
Instead of just being the same fucking Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. And later on, we find out why it has that and why it became kind of crazy.
Well,
yeah.
So he plays it, gets out, escapes.
Out of there,
Nick, and he's like, "You gotta try this." And I was like, I was thinking like, "Oh my god, everybody like it's so real." Dude,
the boyfriend goes
imagine
next, right?
if you take the fucking, which is right there, the Meta Quest, and put it on these kids back in those days, their fucking mind would have exploded.
I would have. Of course, dude, that's real shit.
I put that shit on my parents, but with the YouTube, like, oh, go to the shit, and they're like, "Oh my god,
that's incredible."
Yeah, like, you can go to France, look. Holy shit!
They look around.
Walking in France.
That's the future, man.
It's cool. I like that shit.
See that this movie made me feel like we've been wanting that since back then, dude. Like fucking a real experience.
Have we though?
I felt like I did for sure.
No, I mean I did too. Like, look, I have all the generations of virtual.
Yeah, you got the
virtual
boy,
boy, and then we have the newer here. But we don't use it.
That's true. Now we don't. Like it's
because it just feels like when I'm playing a video game, I want to be listening to a podcast. I want to be listening to music. I want to be like
too immersive. Yeah, I hear you.
And like that, you can't do anything else but that. You can't even talk to people like, because you have to like take it off and like, what'd you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see shit. You're the only one.
You're the only one watching.
So we used to like put it on the TV, but it's a little delayed.
And it's not the same. Man.
But it's just, I don't know.
Our attention spans are.
I tried watching porn with that shit. I'm like, nah, man.
Oh, shit.
This is not cool.
You bastard.
I just like the real thing.
The real thing, man.
I still know it's my hand. I just.
Alright, so the boyfriend.
You're like, Jesus, shut
No, but like the boyfriend goes in there, and it's such a funny part because he starts to play, right, the boyfriend, and he's in there doing it, whatever, and then everyone fucking leaves because he says like something. Hey, come see this or something. So everyone leaves, and they leave him in there in the capsule, and he fucking ends up dying and disappearing, right?
So
the first time.
So the point of the game,
screamer gets him.
Is to go to an exit from each maze. 7 mazes. Which, if you caught the fucking, what's it called, the Easter egg right now. I'm wearing a Power Drill Massacre. Which is exactly that fucking point, but scarier. So Power Drill Massacre, you're in a maze, and you have to get away from the killer, the screamer.
See, I haven't seen Power Drill Massacre.
Well, it's not. It's a game.
Oh, it's a game. Okay.
So you're on a maze, and then the Power Drill guy comes out, chases you, and you just have to go through the exit, and then it's the next maze.
Okay.
So it's a pretty simple premise. They actually have one that looks like the Atari, and you can actually play it there. And you have one that is like 3D, kind of PlayStation. I'll put some clips here so you can see. But it's basically that.
Yeah.
But it looks much cooler. It's much scarier. They should have done that. I think that instead of trying to go into the future,
all that,
like the being like, oh, it's robots and there's like knives coming out of the walls. They should have made a slasher. Like a slasher that was actually in the game. That way, they would actually be scared from the get-go.
Yeah.
But they'd be like, "Holy shit, this was so real! Look, like just fucking play it."
This was like,
Instead
start off like that.
of trying to make it a Tron world or reboot world or whatever,
dungeon.
But I mean, I get it, but it was those times. It was
It
a different
was.
time. Those graphics were probably like state of the art.
Oh yeah, man.
Maybe not super state of the art because it's full moon
But
still.
it does. It looks different, and it looks like the future. It does.
Yeah, but it just looks like that kind of CGI that was like the Windows screensaver thing.
Definitely. Oh,
But
shiny ass shit. Yeah.
so the guy fucking disappears.
He disappears.
You don't see him.
No one worries about it, but the girl goes home.
Yeah, and not even the mom, dude.
The mom, she's like, oh,
They
he's
fucking
out.
call her at like 2 in the morning or some shit. Like, oh, he hasn't come home.
He's out
Like,
somewhere.
what the? Although it did used to be like that. But I don't know, maybe 2 in the morning is a little too late.
That's a little bit. He's a teenager in fucking high school.
So then she goes and talks to Nick about it, like, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's playing the game.
Oh,
Right?
we forgot.
Oh, yeah.
The guy gives them a
Each.
console each.
Every kid that was there at the arcade
For
got
free.
them. Yeah.
Which
is that didn't make sense.
like that they need to. I would have made more sense if they were like, how about you get like a private hour at
With-
the arcade?
yeah.
Each one, and then you write your. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
to give
make
them...
sense. Because I really thought like it was gonna be about they're like harvesting souls or something, you know?
Why? Yeah, it seemed like
Satan or
it seemed like that he would be on it, in on it.
Yeah, in on
Like
it.
the
right?
Halloween 3.
Yes, like season.
So like
11.
being in on it, that like I want to kill this.
Yes, because why are they giving them free ones, man? Like,
Like why
test
would
market
they? Why
and
would
shit?
they like trust them to bring back the fucking
the whole thing, man? No.
Because they don't even know. None of the kids take back the thing, and he doesn't say like,
No.
"Hey, where are these kids?"
Yeah, he doesn't. See exactly.
That's because I think this. It's because I know it's rated R, but this is shit is for kids.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a kid wouldn't be thinking of all these.
All
things.
that, yeah. We wouldn't, but no, even that, like, it sets you up, and you're thinking, oh, they're gonna do this or gonna do that, and it doesn't, and it's like it kind of throws.
It would have been cooler if the guy was in on it.
Yeah, like, and if they're like Satanists or something, like harvesting souls, like what was?
Yeah,
the
like when
point?
they go see the designer or whatever, which is one designer.
Yeah, like one dude, man.
Well, it would have been cool, like as soon as they leave,
Uh-huh.
you know, like he fucking either he like evilly
His
laughs,
hands or something.
or you see his
yeah.
fucking tattoo of like a fucking pentagram or some shit.
There you go, man.
Some bullshit, but
Oh, it tripped me out, man. That part tripped me out. That it didn't make sense that they were giving the consoles out. That's for sure.
yeah, especially something that was gonna be in the only probably super expensive.
Yeah. Oh god, very expensive, man. It's like a mobile unit of the giant machine that they put the.
Yeah,
kid
because
in.
it has a TV and shit, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they connect
Are
to
they
the
there?
TV.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Seth Green says that he couldn't
he
play
couldn't
it
play it
because
yeah.
his TV broke.
And that's why he didn't disappear because everyone else was kind of disappearing.
No, don't kill Seth Green, bro.
Don't kill Seth. Yeah.
Well, he died in Idle Hands.
Was that his first movie?
No.
No?
No,
Okay,
he
he
wasn't.
wasn't before?
No, he wasn't it.
Oh, you're right.
And he was way little.
And that was number one?
I don't know if that was number one. Probably, I would say, because he was super little in it. He's super little.
Damn, he looks younger in this one to me.
No, he's a little older. 'Cause he's playing a teenager.
Yeah, he's a teenager.
And then the other one, he's like, I think he's on the brink of being a teenager, maybe. He's a little bit 12, 13. But yeah, it was way before.
Beat Richie. That's right.
Yeah.
There it is. You got me there, man.
But
yeah, so like they start disappearing the kids. She goes over to Ralphie's house.
Ralphie's like, no, this is bullshit.
Yeah, but then they go, right? Is that when they go?
No, well, he tells them that she tells them like we need to go check on whoever or whatever.
Yeah.
No, Nick gets her out of the house first, remember? Because she climbs through the window.
Yes.
And then she has to go. So I guess the next day is when Nick and Seth are hanging out.
Uh-huh.
And there's nobody.
Nobody. Man.
Where's everybody? Like, oh, they're sick.
And that's when they're talking. And does Seth Green go with them to that girl
No,
house?
Seth Green goes to check on somebody else.
Oh, okay, you're right.
So
you're right.
Nick and her were gonna go check on the girl.
Yeah.
And Seth Green is supposed to check on somebody. We don't know if he does
If
it.
he did at all.
We don't know anything.
I think he did because he ends up being in the video game too.
Well, it turns out that when you're in the video game, it's because the screamer got you and you can't get out, or you're playing it currently.
Yeah, you're playing it right there.
So they go to that girl's house. There's a bunch of shit in the middle that I think we're forgetting because I think that middle part is kind of forgettable.
Yeah, it's forgettable. Because
So-
then they go to their house.
Yeah, like, I don't even remember.
She's like pretty obsessed with it. She's like, the game's
Oh, yeah, she
talking to
plays
her.
with it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the game, it talks to you about your insecurities or like psychological stuff that you.
But that's what
right?
I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that would have been cool if it was personalized. So
It kind of for her. It kind of was because she starts talking about some.
yeah, but she knows even in another house, and then apparently the AI transfers.
Oh yeah.
For like a little bit to one of the kids.
On all of. Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't make fucking sense because when that happened, I thought for sure I was like.
Something.
Also now.
It's able
maybe
to.
that girl is gonna like fucking terrorize him or some shit, kind of like when
In
Freddy
the
like
real
takes
world.
over and like.
Dude, see, you're a movie maker. So you're like, I could have made that. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that it transferred to her.
We'll be right back.
This Halloween he's coming with something they never expected.
Cookies!
Simply roll out Pillsbury sugar cookies, cut, bake, then create your own deliciously spooky cookies.
Woo woo! Woo-hoo!
I'm Jack Death. I'm a trooper in the 23rd century.
Jack Death, Angel City PD. May I see your stats?
What did I do?
Under Section 7 of the Penal Code, the Council authorized me to administer you a transfer suspect examination.
You can't give me a TSE without a warrant.
I got your warrant right here, pal.
Okay. I don't want any trouble.
Hold out your...
My job is hunting transfers.
I got nothing to hide.
Finding them.
Negative.
And singeing them.
Look out!
Of course, sometimes they find me first. Then it's a little more complicated. How do you know Whistler's location?
We monitored a line disruption in Los Angeles, December 1985. Van Zandt, Ash, and I all had ancestors in the city then.
If you think I'm bringing that scum up the line, you got the wrong trooper.
Unless you stop Whistler, everything the Council has accomplished for the last 40 years will count for nothing.
Okay, let's say I believe this. You're a cop from the future and you're chasing this guy Piper.
Whistler.
Why doesn't he just turn you into one of these zombies? Or me?
Trancing only works on squids, people with weak minds, easily controlled. Lena, I'm from another time, another world. I don't even know what you people eat for lunch.
Okay, I got fried rice, egg rolls, and beef chow mein.
Beef? You mean like from a cow? I thought it was rough in the 23rd century. I didn't know how hot it could get.
Jack?
How's my tan? It was getting hotter all the time.
Jack?
I guess I just attract a certain element no matter what century I'm in.
This way, mister!
Anyway, I gotta run now.
I want to ride with the ladies.
Over here, Ashby!
Jesus! Should have glad I kept my cop coat!
Jack Death is back. And he's never even been here before. Trancers.
Now back to our show.
That's like a few words or whatever.
Weird stuff.
And then never again.
And then the TV kind of like shoots out all this stuff, and the monster, or the computer talks.
It
while
looks
they're
like
there.
a fucked up. I'm trying to think of exactly. I think it does look kind of like the reboot.
Yeah, the monster itself, right?
monster,
Yeah, I thought it looked like a dragon, you know, like Shenlong in freaking Dragon Ball.
What's that movie
Or
where
like
they
mechanic.
fucking kill? At the end they kill, and then it goes like and then in the mouth again, and it's a computer.
Oh, then it reverses. You're right.
I'm trying to.
Lawnmower Man? No.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, this
when they
monster
scream
was
and
a-
it's like
a
and
robot.
then you hear the glitch and shit.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Well,
it's a cool monster. I mean, I liked it. I dug it.
I just wish that they could have come out with their own instead of using the bitch line that many times.
Oh, I know, man.
He should have just come out with their own because it was a straight up ripoff.
And it's like it's
prime
not even
time
necessary. The first time they say bitch, I'm like, wait.
It almost felt like Scary Terry.
Scary Terry, exactly, man.
I'm home, bitch.
I'm home, bitch. God, it threw me off, man. But yeah, so they find the girl. She gets like sucked.
Well,
she
playing,
disappears.
She's playing. They like break the window or whatever.
Yeah, and they get in there, and then
the parents, God knows where the fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's the '90s, dude. That's how it was.
They try to get her out of the game, whatever. They destroy the TV.
Yeah.
And she kind of like
to turn it off.
She kind of like dies.
She disappears, right?
Well, but she passes out first.
Yeah.
This is when the monster.
And they leave her there, which is funny, man.
Well, and then she comes back and she's like, "No, we're gonna take her then."
Oh,
and that's when she's not there anymore.
Yeah, good point.
And
Exactly.
they're like, "What the fuck?" So they leave. They go to try to see if there's any tips and tricks to beat the game, because they figure this is the only thing. But when they come to the CEO guy,
dude,
which is so stupid that they just got in like nothing.
Yeah, the freaking secretary guy, he lets him in like nothing because he like Ralphie kind of toughs him, like he acts all tough to him and shit.
Well, and fucking Ralphie.
Which is not believable at all.
And then he goes like, he's the one like, because the girl's trying to tell the truth, but she's like, no, we just you don't want us to tell the kids that it's too hard, right?
It's too hard. Oh, you're right. We can't have that.
Cut to Dark Souls nowadays, and the kids being like, "Fuck this guy."
Forget about it.
I fucking hate this shit.
So I looked at my notes. We did forget that part where she goes to see her dad, and he's real sad.
Oh yeah,
because the mom apparently is like killed herself in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's her the girl that we think is real pretty. That's her deal the whole movie.
That's kind of pointless though.
It's pointless, but it's what they're
trying to give some depth, I guess, to so that she would have like some troubled past, or why she's so worried about these kids or whatever.
Yeah, because that's what the video game uses against the players, like their own little insecurities about their lives and stuff.
Does he though? Like, I mean, he just tells them.
Well, there's a part towards the end.
But it's not like Freddy though. Like like Freddy, for example, if you're a drug addict, like he'll overdo it.
Goes at Like he has the finger.
So like he'll play into your nightmare for real. This dude just fucking tells you and reminds you.
Yeah, 'cause he's pissed, man. We find out why he's so pissed.
He's like, hey. Remember when you were a kid and you were bullied?
Straight out.
You fucking suck.
No nuance, no nothing, man. There it is. See, and that's what he does. Like, he does, for each person, he kind of goes after insecurities, and you're so right, man. It's freaking Freddy Krueger.
That's a kid I would have been
after, man.
Man.
I'm out. Press the goddamn button, man. I'll go
when I was a kid, like, you shitting your calzones, bro? You know what? My brother already bullied me enough.
I'm not taking it from you.
I'm not taking it from fucking video game.
Fuck this game.
Fuck this game, man.
It's called arcade.
Just go back to Tony Hawk and shit.
1080.
720, bro.
720. You're right. That's a lot. Yeah, so they keep going, right? Like, it's a little like adventure. They're trying to figure this shit out. They go to the CEO guy. He takes them to the programmer. Because the CEO guy's like, again, I really I thought he was gonna be an evil, like, freaking mastermind,
cool,
man. I did, dude. And he's just like, oh, okay, like, he's even arguing with like one of his coworkers or something.
If
right?
he goes, let me take you to get the tips and tricks, and then he just puts him in the room with the fucking arcade.
Dude, traps him, right?
Yeah, with the arcade, like you have to play it out well. Like,
because they're harvesting.
If you don't finish it, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly, man. They don't do that. It's such a trip.
But no, there's an actual nerd.
Yeah, the programmer guy
getting mad because he can't even beat it,
and that's what happens. That's
because you see him playing, and then he's like, God damn, you fucking shit. He not even the program.
And he's realizing that the AI it's getting smarter.
Yeah, he said that it's supposed to like get more challenging.
Yeah.
So like because it learns from you, that way it adapts and it changes the rules or whatever.
And that's when he says that they put brain cells, or they use the brain cells of a child that had passed away.
It still doesn't make sense
into the game, right?
I mean, I get it for like a kid's movie.
I didn't get that part. I understood that's what happened, but I didn't understand how they did that into the AI.
I mean, there's
how that made sense.
That's what I'm telling you. That this sounds like a Goosebumps.
Yeah, because that's why the video game's going crazy.
Because like in Goosebumps,
that
the guard puts the mask, and then like it's part of you, and you're like this.
Mm-hmm.
and there's no explanation except for like, oh, it was from the Asian, whatever, and like.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it feels a lot like
It.
because it does feel like a story that like a kid is
A half-assed kind of story.
like a story
yeah,
that like you say during like a fucking bonfire. Like one of those camp stories.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make
Campfire.
sense. You can't be like, wait. There's no logic in this.
The video game has the sentience of a little boy who died.
So it's an AI.
Yeah, that's all.
It's an AI that's like learning.
But it's mad, right? Because it's mad and it's resentful and it wants to kill everybody and it wants to call the girl bitch and shit.
Apparently that's his like kick or some shit.
That's just because the kid comes out.
I always wanted to say bitch.
Hard as hell.
My mom wouldn't let me say bitch.
My mama. But yeah, so they keep doing that.
It would have been cool if it was Robert Englund's voice.
Oh fuck yeah. Well, they
no fucking way
they tried to make it sound like that. So they get the freaking schematics, right? From the
which is just a fucking maze.
It's a bar graph, dude. It's so weird.
It's a maze.
Man.
It's just a Pac-Man maze.
It tells you where the doors are or whatever. And it's like
stupid.
Kind of weird, man.
But whatever. So I don't even. Do they use it? I don't remember.
Yeah, she wrote it on her arm or something when they go into the world.
How did she write 7 schematics in her arm?
She did it. She did.
It would have been better if she was so into it that she's like, you know what? I memorized it all night. I was looking at those fucking things. I would have won. It would have been cool if she's like, when she gets into the game, she's like, level 1, right,
boom, 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 boom,
right,
easy peasy.
Like she'll know,
like real cheat code.
That would have been cool instead of like,
No. Well, what we missed is they go back to the arcade, right? Her and Rob.
Well, because that's the original.
That's the one that like, I guess that's where his mind is, the AI.
Well, that's where it started getting. Yeah,
it spreads to the other ones.
Which doesn't make any fucking sense.
We don't know. Like we honestly, you don't know. The movie doesn't tell you enough to really know for sure. You know.
It wasn't in the budget.
So yeah, this is when they wear those damn bodysuits for the first time. Oh no!
You see the Nick at the beginning.
Yeah, but this is the first time she uses it, which is like, oh, that's pretty cool. Girl in the bodysuit. I'll take it. But yeah,
hey, they're little though.
Oh yeah.
Maybe back then.
No, yeah, she was like 18 or something like that. I don't think they could use kids back then to play teenagers or something. Especially in an R-rated movie. No.
I don't know. I think they could if the parents are. Yeah, they could.
Oh yeah. Oh, if the parents are
there. If the parents are in the set.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know, but anyways, whatever.
But yeah, so they're in the world again. They're able to get past a lot of the stages this time. They go to that second stage where is that the second stage where that flying monster comes out?
Oh yeah.
And then they have to save the guy from the pond, but he gets sucked in, and then that's where she gets the key.
So this is a video game world.
Yeah. Basically. And that's where Ralphie ends up being snapped out of the game too, right? By the program. That's when that happens, right? And the girl keeps going by herself.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna fucking finish this shit.
She's gonna finish.
She's the final girl.
The final girl, man. That's what I thought. It's Freddy Krueger, like all the way, man.
Yeah, it is. It's a Freddy Krueger ripoff.
That's right.
With a message.
It honestly is. It honestly is. So they go, and this is when she sees the next stage, and she sees Seth Green, and then the other girl, and they're like wearing the like goth makeup and shit, and they're guardians of the.
Don't be a goth.
Yeah, don't be a goth. Dude. So they're there, and that she has to answer a riddle, which I don't know if you saw Labyrinth. Did you see Labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah. That riddle, the same riddle. That's what they use in that part.
Maybe it's because the programmer was a fan of that.
I'm sure, dude.
I mean, that's what they used to. I mean, they still do. They put Easter eggs and shit.
Yeah, it's that riddle like, I always lie, and she always tells the truth.
Yeah, because he's like, that's where he's like, so ask me a question. Was that your question? No.
And she tricks him, man. Yeah.
And it's like, well, you always say. You always lie, so that means that.
And she goes with the girl, man. Not that hard, I guess. So yeah, so they're going right. They go to the vehicle stage after, right?
I mean, they should make a hero that's like a fucking in the spectrum, because you know how they're way more focused than we are.
Yeah.
That would be fucking cool.
That's a good point, man.
Because like they'd be like
inclusive,
not taking any of that bullshit, you know, like just be like not even like figuring out, like she'd be like, well, you always like, not just be like, nah,
there it is.
Why?
Because
that's what it is.
I know it, man. I like that idea, man. Yeah, I'll go with it. So they go to the vehicle stage, and it's like skulls, and they're like flying and shit, and that was a pretty cool scene. I like that scene. Because I was like, shit, dude, like at least, like that's really a video game to me, you know? like flying around.
I mean, it looks a little bit better than what we
walking
saw
around
at the beginning.
the skateboard, and the second world they're walking. And then, yeah.
I wonder if she was like.
Oh, on that part she should have, dude. She was flying around fast. That's when they meet the kid. Oh no! Before that, they meet the kid. That's in there already.
By the end, she should have been so badass that she's playing the game with one hand.
Yeah.
And like fucking eating popcorn and shit like
Yeah,
that.
man, fucking.
She's like so badass.
She's used to it.
I already got her, man.
And she's running around that world and everything. So they find that kid that's floating around there randomly in the boat, right? And that kid, like, he comes up later. So they go, they ride that plane, and they make it to the last stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually facing the arcade guy. But I guess they
The
call
big
him
head.
arcade. Yeah, the big dragon head. It's a trip right there, man, because she's like, she's there about to fight him, and then the kid ends up being the fucking the monster, right? Yeah, which we all like. I kind of figured that out. I was like, okay.
How does she
pick
kill
up
him?
the kid.
Because I'm like, because she says
Oh.
bitch. He says bitch one last time.
Yeah, but the first time she doesn't kill him, right? He kills her. If I remember correctly. Yeah, he kills her because she goes to that weird world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, we're screwed up because she got an extra life at some point. Remember?
Yeah, that's why. That's why
Like
she's
Scott
like,
Pilgrim,
why are you here?
Yeah.
Because I got an extra life, remember?
Extra life,
Yeah,
but she has to go to that world where she does die, which is, it seems like hell, and her mom's there, and she thinks it's like, oh wow, like
Yeah,
so
it's like
cool.
that's the Freddy Krueger part.
Right, that's what I thought, man, that part. And the mom shoots herself again in front of her. Oh no, she shoots her.
Rated R.
Yeah, that part, dude. Yeah, I mean, there's reasons it's rated R, but it doesn't really make sense. But yeah, so they do
still
that.
feels like a.
She shoots her, but she has an extra life, like it's Scott Pilgrim, so she gets to go
I got
and
an
do it
extra
again.
life.
Yeah, so
And
she
that's where he
goes,
goes.
pulls out the heart of the arcade guy, and like throws it at him or something.
Yeah, because but he says bitch one last time.
He says bitch again.
Bitch, yeah.
Does he say it at the end too?
That's well at the very end, but that's when we think that he's dead.
Yeah. That's the whole. that's a trope, right, for horror movies.
So yeah, right after that.
So she wins the game, you know.
Pretty much the movie's over.
Everyone's saved. All the kids.
Which is a Goosebumps episode.
Yeah, which is like, where do they pop out of the machine? I was wondering how that happened, how that worked.
Because in Goosebumps, nobody ever dies. Everybody always comes back. I always feel like they talk about somebody dying or something, and they're always alive.
I saw like a retrospective one where it's like they're the pumpkin heads, and then they end up being aliens at the end, and they were eating people. The aliens that were her friends. I don't know if you ever saw that one. So that one, I guess people did die. Because they were eating people as they went. Yeah.
They just feel like they don't show.
Oh, definitely.
Or they don't let you get attached to the people as they die. They don't let you get attached to
No,
them.
I think death for kids is, I don't think they really try.
I mean, I feel like in this movie, the more likable character, I guess, is Ralphie.
Yeah, Ralphie's he's good. He's a good actor.
She's a little paranoid. I mean, yeah, she has a reason for it. But I don't know. I don't know.
She's already like very like
It
serious.
just feels like Nancy a lot.
Yeah. So that's why, like, okay. So
But Nancy, we do see Nancy having a good time in Freddy Krueger. We do see her laughing.
Yeah. She's not so serious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and this girl was like serious all the way. Her mom just died and shit, and her dad's going crazy. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
But
so yeah, this all happens, and at the end, she's going to her house, right? And the kid pops up in the back behind her, and he's not dead, right? The monster. In the real world, too, now.
Yeah, so apparently he's now in the real world.
That's what I'm saying. Like, alright, so now we've gone through the whole movie. Is it possible that the whole movie is the video game or something like that?
I don't even think that they thought of it that deep.
Shit,
I think this is just
because
a
it starts
Freddy
off
Krueger
weird,
ripoff, dude.
and then like there's a lot of smoke in a lot of the scenes, and I'm like at the end I was like, is that what it was supposed to be? Like that the whole movie?
No, I
is a
think
video
they
game?
just put it to. I think that they just. It's just like a surface level.
Surface level
horror
yeah.
ending. Because I feel like, remember, Freddy wasn't supposed to kill the mom at the end.
Yeah.
They were just gonna show.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. And
It was gonna end and then that's it. But then they were like, no, we want a sequel.
Freddy's
and they were
back.
like, God damn it. So they had to put the top of the car was the sweater,
The
and then
sweater.
they killed him off.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people hated that. I mean,
So they had to explain how the kid was in the real world because it's like.
but I think that they just did it just because they were like maybe like, oh, maybe we'll do a sequel if it's like good enough, which they didn't. Spoiler alert.
They did not, man.
I don't think it needs it, to be honest.
No, it's cool. It hit.
It's a product of its time.
Exactly, man.
It does have a message. I do feel though that Friday the 13th had a message too, which was like, don't have sex or you'll die.
Yeah. Oh, Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, for sure.
That was
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That was it.
yeah.
So,
but even Freddy Krueger, like, don't judge. Like, what if Freddy Krueger wasn't? Like, maybe like vigilante justice and shit. Like,
I
don't
don't
judge.
know though
yeah.
if it's a fucking message though. 'Cause
No.
who the fuck is it? I think that one's just supposed to be scary on your nightmares, like you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't want to go to sleep because like what's something that you can't avoid, sleeping, dude. So
Yeah.
you know that was fucking.
So this one, the messages are all over the place.
It was just like don't play video games or
Don't
whatever,
play
or
video
don't play video
games.
games for too long or something.
And then like, it's very about psychological and like teenagers are going through and shit.
But I mean, it's because I feel like this, just the message is
Can't say it
a
really
little
is.
convoluted. Or
It's
something.
very convoluted, man.
But it,
Enjoyable though. Enjoyable. It's like
if you watch it, like I said, if you watch it like as a Goosebumps episode, I guess it's like fine.
Yeah.
You know. But the special effects on this movie, there's no gore. There's barely any like you know like
she gets
practical
blood on her
effects
face at
and
some
shit.
point, but that's it.
But there's like there's nothing that we can't do.
There's bad words. Like whoever let it be a rated R movie was.
I think it was
crazy.
because of the bitch.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
They shouldn't have done that.
And it was worse back then.
Because I feel like
gorier
kids
back
could have
then.
probably watched this movie more.
Yeah, they-
Even on TV, you know, just put it on TV.
And being a full moon, because you're a full moon fan, when you saw it back then,
And
back
that's so
then,
weird because in full moon movies,
Yeah,
there's like nudity
That's what I'm saying.
and gore and shit
It was really different than a full moon.
and disgusting shit, and this movie was just totally the opposite.
See, and you saw it back then.
That's why I'm telling you, this feels like a movie for kids, a full moon movie for kids.
like before its time, dude.
It almost
'cause
feels
is-
like if they put the logo that said full moon and then just kids.
yeah, very inocente. Yeah, not a
Crescent moon.
the crescent moon, the lighter side of
Yeah,
full moon, man. That's true. But yeah, like it's a trippy movie because it just never gets to the. It just never hits exactly what it wants to hit.
So
Which I don't know what it wanted.
the music, I
Oh
love the
my
music.
Dude.
I looked for the soundtrack, but apparently it's original except for the Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, Blue Oyster Cult. That's
So
right.
everything else was like written for the.
Yeah,
But
I was like,
this is a good fucking. This sounds like The Crow or some shit.
oh yeah,
It
exactly.
was very
right.
gothy.
very gothy, very emo. Like,
The only part that I don't
badass,
like
man.
is the video game music. That shit
Right.
sounded like Donkey Kong or some
Yeah,
shit.
but that made sense.
There
for
was like
games back
bongos and
then.
shit. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
They should have that kind of some kind of creepy, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Instead of like bongos and shit. It sounded like Crash Bandicoot or like something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely adults trying to make a video game movie because adults back then didn't get video games, man. So if like younger people,
Even like the Mortal Kombat soundtrack would have been cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like a little bit more metal. Doom.
Yeah.
Like fucking Doom already existed at that point in time.
they should have used the soundtrack for the movie for the game for sure. God, what- even the beginning, I'm like, damn, this is a badass soundtrack, man.
Yeah, I was like,
very
what?
surprised.
And it was like Blue Oyster Cult and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
And then some other like, because in the very beginning, is that Blue Oyster Cult? In the very beginning?
Yeah, I think it's it's at the very beginning and at the very end because it's the same song. I think it's that Blue Oyster Cult song.
Good shit. Man.
But the soundtrack was really cool. I did like that.
Very good soundtrack.
It's only like 4 or 5 songs. It's not that many, but they do spread it around.
They spread it out, yeah. And
And-
instrumentals here and there.
And then the rest of the soundtrack, like the background music, does sound a lot like Full Moon stuff.
Yeah.
So like Puppet Master has a lot of that shit. The
Yeah,
Puppet
but-
Master one, I think it's the most iconic one.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And it didn't have the feel of a full. It didn't have that feel for sure.
It
A
had the
Full Moon.
feel of a TV movie. That's how Full Moon movies.
Oh, for TV. Did they do other TV movies?
No, but like they felt the same way like that.
Ah, I
Like,
see.
I think that the higher production ones were probably Puppet Master.
Oh, okay.
Because they were like period pieces.
Yeah.
They were like Nazis and shit.
See.
But all the other, well,
Puppet
Trancers,
Master.
Dollman, they were like in the future.
Okay.
But they looked super cheap.
See, that makes sense. Okay. And this was just modern times in the 90s.
In
and
Dollman,
shit.
is it in Dollman? In Dollman, there's a fucking flying like head. It's a head, like a human head that has like these like metal parts sticking in it. You have to see it.
I gotta see more Full Moon.
You gotta see Transformers. Oh man, we'll do the reviews from those because those are cool.
Let's do it.
But those are futuristic. So what do you give this movie? I'll let you go first because you're more excited about this.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
This summer, coming to a supermarket near you. There's going to be a great new high-C flavor with an outrageous fruit taste. And what are we going to call it? Ecto Cooler. High-C Ecto Cooler. Slimer's new fruit drink. You've been warned.
Now back to our show.
I'm gonna give it a pure review, man. Where it's like, I'm not judging it from who I am now, but who I was then. And I would have given it back then like a 7. I would have given it a 7, man.
But what would you give it now?
Now, honestly, just because of the plot and it just never comes together. The soundtrack's bad. I mean, I'd give it like a 5 or a 4.
Right, which is the score I gave Violent Nature.
Oh, that's right. See, and it's not. I mean, you enjoyed Violent Nature. It seemed like at least
I enjoyed
for what it is.
I enjoyed,
but it's just very. It seemed
I
like
enjoyed the kills.
Yeah, but it didn't seem like it tried hard to be different from other slashers. From what I saw,
it was a ripoff.
It was a ripoff, right? And
but that's what I don't like. That it was like straight up a rip. I feel like Arcade is a ripoff too.
It's a ripoff of Freddy Krueger,
but
for sure. But in a different.
No,
context.
but I'm gonna give it a little bit of what's it called, like a little bit of credit, because it's a ripoff of a Nightmare on Elm Street. But it's a Nightmare on Elm Street for kids.
Yeah.
So I
Palatable
feel like
for
I feel like this would be, like you said, more palatable for kids. Instead of like, oh, you want to see something like Nightmare on Elm Street? Let me show you this first.
This first.
You know, like there's no sex.
And it's rated R. Like, damn, what the hell, dude?
Well, now I would show it to my daughter, but I even think that my daughter right now would be like, what is this?
What is this? Yeah, it's kind of.
But maybe to a kid, like a kid, like
Yeah.
a 7-year-old, you know, like 8-year-old.
It's Freddy Krueger and Tron.
It's a Goosebumps
for sure. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I agree.
It just feels like a Goosebumps. So I'm gonna give it a 5 too.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be too harsh on it.
Not too harsh, because I'm telling you,
I did like the music. I do like the actors. Well, the 3 actors.
Actors did something.
And I hate Ralphie. I hate A Christmas Story. This is known. Don't fucking attack me.
I know.
This is fucking known. I hate it, but it's because I didn't grow up with it.
That time, yeah.
To me, it's like an old fucking movie that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and I love it. It's one of my favorites for.
But I rather watch A Good Christmas.
Oh yeah,
that's my Christmas story.
Yeah, my brother got me into 8-bit. Awesome movie.
And it's a Christmas story just for millennials.
Oh yeah. He does a great job, man. That kid can act. When you're watching full moon movies, you don't get the best actors a lot of times, so it's like, yeah, it was a good job.
Yeah, I was.
The girl did a great job,
but they were like newish back then, so
yeah. Seth Green's kind of cheeseball, he always is.
Because I feel like Ralphie's not in anything super popular other than Christmas Story.
For sure, dude.
I'm trying to think of something else.
When I saw him in this, I was like, he did another movie, man. Pretty good, man.
Well, he looks very different.
Yeah, he grows up.
He's a little bit like chubbier.
But he still has that little baby face. It's weird.
I mean, they all do, man.
Yeah.
Seth Green at his 50 years old, he still has that fucking face.
Look, I would definitely believe that.
Can you believe that?
After that
Seth Green is 50 years old?
Yeah, dude. That means we're getting old.
I'm about to be 40. I'm not even gonna touch.
Yeehaw.
But yeah, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. When I was a kid, I would probably give this shit a 7 or some shit.
Ah, yeah, right.
I remember it. I remember the poster. I had the poster for this, and another movie that you should watch that is an excellent full moon movie is RoboJocks.
Oh, you told me about this before.
So RoboJocks is amazing. That's an amazing movie. You should watch that one. That one has good acting.
Well, you on this recommendation, I was like, "Fuck yeah, he got it right on the dot," because this is entertaining.
No, I mean this is
it's
perfect.
It's different, dude. It's different as hell.
This is perfect for kids. So if you have kids, you want to show them a movie for Halloween, Show them our
Oh, because they're not gonna get scared. There's no jump scares.
No, it's pretty
It's
straight
not
up, just
tense.
being like a scary story.
Yeah, dude.
It's just a scary story and it's about video.
Yeah, and I guess the scene where the mom shoots her or whatever, like I guess that's maybe.
But you don't see it.
You don't.
So it's implied.
It's implied.
But
good starter movie for
yeah,
kitty
like,
horror.
right now it's Halloween. Show it to your kids.
Watch it, man. If you haven't seen it, please watch this movie. I recommend it.
Arcade.
Because it's just different, man. And that I had never heard of this movie, so when I watched it, I was like, hell yeah, man. I missed this one.
If you don't want to deal with the commercials on Tubi and shit, you can buy it. It's $15.
$15.
Walmart and Amazon and stuff like that.
Arcade. I need to see that cover, man. Does it have the poster on the cover of the DVD?
Yeah,
or?
it's the same. The
same
little girl with the mask. But that mask, I remember it looked kind of cool because it has like holes on the eyes.
See?
It looks like a sleep mask with like a metal part. I don't know. But,
Movie production, man. That's what happens.
But it's a cool movie. I like the music a lot. There's no soundtrack for it, unfortunately. Like you can't listen to these songs except for the Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah. And you know bad movies, right? Like bad movies, sometimes you're like, I'm gonna turn this off. Like I can't fucking finish this.
Yeah,
this is not that, man. You watch it.
And I had nostalgia for it too, so I was like, I remember this. Now I wonder how I'm gonna feel with Dollman and Transfers, but we'll talk about those later.
Yeah, but you remember those fondly, so it's probably gonna be pretty solid.
I don't know. I hope, man, because you know how it is. Like you watch some shit and you're like, "Fuck, what was I thinking?" No, but I think I feel like there's a lot of Dollman and Transfers fans.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'll be okay.
It's gonna hold up for sure.
Yeah. So
Arcade,
yeah,
man.
So 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
5 out of 10. So 5 out of 10, just in general.
Average it out.
But this is the first video for October.
Yeah, baby.
So Halloween. So this is right now. Well, you saw the news on the last video that I posted.
Yes, sir.
So we're doing a bad movie night. I was gonna try to do a Halloween kind of movie, scary thing, but I feel like people are gonna have more fun with this movie.
Oh yeah. And you know it well, right? The movie.
I do. I love this movie.
You can point out all the stuff.
But it is a bad movie. No, I was watching it the other day and I was like thinking of jokes.
Everyone write them down.
But I wanted to. I asked Hector because Hector's the one doing this with me.
Yes. So
I wanted to write like to. I told him. So should we watch the movie and then talk about it after, or no? We're doing the MS3
pure.
Yeah, we're doing the Mystery Science Theater.
Beautiful.
And I was like, all right. I was like, we gotta be ready because if we're not funny, then.
Nah, you guys are clever, man.
So I was like, fuck. But so yeah, we're gonna watch this movie. It's a skating movie.
Yeah, it's still a secret.
Well, it's because it's gonna be a secret until the day.
Awesome.
But you can figure it out. It's a 80s skating movie. With Thanos from Avengers.
Oh
so,
shit!
And the Red Hot Chili Peppers are there.
What the? I've never seen this, man. I'm already saying it.
All right. Well, it has a badass soundtrack. Very 80s.
Mr.
But I do since it's Halloween season. We're gonna charge $3 to go watch the movie. I think you can go in for free to Old Sheepdog. But when you're gonna go in to see the movie, we're gonna charge $3.
Awesome, man.
And if you have a costume on, you can bring somebody with you for free.
Oh, there it is.
But the costume that I want is either 80s skater or punk rocker, like 80s punk rocker.
Beautiful, yeah.
I feel like a lot of El Pasoans have
Return
80s
of
punk
the
rock
Living Dead
stuff, kind of like that.
Man. Hell yeah.
Because this is you'll know. A very famous gang came out of this. But yeah, punk rocker, and we're gonna have fun, dude.
Awesome.
We're gonna have nothing but punk bands before the movie and probably after. So the movie is gonna be in the middle of it.
It's what El Paso needs, man. Something unique like this.
It's gonna be myself, Dr. Porn, Hector G. I don't know if Hector's bringing somebody else, but this is a collab, Subharmonic City, Metro Podcast.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna try this by Monday. I don't know if you want to do it.
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm not that funny, man.
You can throw a one-liner here.
You guys, I want to see you guys do it first.
It would be cool. It would be cool if you're like on the sideline, but you only have that one line. And you just say it every now and then.
Shit, man.
You know, like I might die for $1. Woohoo!
Let me work up the
You know people are gonna be heckling.
Oh no.
But that's what it is. That's
no, dude. You're gonna get a good crowd. I'm sure. People who appreciate movies like that.
So yeah, if you think that we're not saying the movie, it's because we don't have a license. license.
No.
We can't pay licensing.
Yeah.
So
The day of.
it's a secret.
Good call.
Hopefully nobody shows up that are from like the movie. I'm not even gonna say the studio because I don't want like a representative or something. I don't want anybody to show up.
No.
But after this, probably we're gonna just try to go for what's it called? Fucking that they don't have any rights.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Quack. When they're what the fuck is it called, dude?
You want to say open source, but no.
No, it's something like that. Like Night of the Living Dead, for example.
Yeah.
But that's not
the
a problem.
first one. Yeah.
But what the fuck is it called?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, where it's not copywritten, you can show it anywhere.
Kill me.
Yeah. We'll figure it out later.
Well, whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited.
People are yelling through like, it's dumbass.
Yeah, that's what I do. So they're like, you guys, who was this guy?
Dumbass, man. What the fuck is it called? I don't want to end this episode.
Feel it?
What is it called, dude? Public domain.
Public domain. Good job.
Public domain.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of good ones for that.
So yeah. So anyways, so with that said, we're gonna do another episode right now. Hotties.
Yeah, the horror hotties, man.
Or Halloween hotties, horror hotties,
Underrated.
whatever you want to call it. So we're gonna do that right now. But with that said, thank you guys for joining us. Remember, at Nitro Podcast. Right now, I was thinking of a project to do. It's gonna be super easy, but go follow us on Facebook. Go follow us on Instagram at Nitro Podcast. And I'm gonna fucking, for reals, follow us on TikTok because I'm doing 31 movies in 31 days for Halloween.
Oh, sweet.
And I'm thinking of doing a small review for each and every one of them every fucking single day for October, wherever I am. So I'm gonna try to put one video for each day for all the 31 days. The challenge for me is that I want to try to do 31 movies that I've never seen.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
So 31 movies that I've never seen, but I am giving myself a cheat sheet with I'm gonna have 5 movies that I've seen.
Okay.
Just in case, because like I said in the last episode, if I see like 5 movies in a row that suck or 4 movies in a row that suck, I want to watch something familiar, so that I don't get discouraged from continuing.
Keep going.
But if I am seeing cool movies, I'm gonna try not to use those sheets.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna try to just watch new movies through and through. I'm spending a whole week in Dallas working, which is gonna be hard for me to do the movies.
Get them done, yeah.
But I'm gonna do my best.
So
hopefully my wife is gonna join me in that because for her she doesn't like horror movies, but I'll look for like thrillers or like mystery,
nothing too crazy.
Something that like goes in that kind of no gore. But maybe some ghost stuff.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm not sure that. So follow on TikTok, please.
TikTok.
If you want Nitro Podcast, then go follow Juan of Nightla's art.
Nightla's art. Check it out.
You have a lot of stuff going on, right?
Well, I'm working on the next show, so yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Man.
So go follow so that you see all the dates, all the stuff.
Everything coming out.
You're not as busy as Chuco though.
Oh my god, that dude does so many cons.
That is so busy.
We need to have him in here.
We'll have him.
We'll try to get him in for the Halloween special.
We'll talk to him. Talk to him. Maybe we can get him in. We'll see our costumes, hopefully. Something a little here and there. But thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode, bitches.
Thank you.
Ladies.